In today's video, I want to talk about what is probably the hardest part of making a multi-language site, and that's something called string translation. So what is a string? A string is something that's within the theme or within a plugin that is not a piece of content. Am I making this clear? I don't think I am. So let's think about this particular WooCommerce product. It's a fairly easy thing with the plugins that are out there to translate content or products. In this case, you can create this is a Canadian site, so it's got French and English, so you can create an English version of the product and you can create a French version of the product. But what's associated with the themes and the plugins are strings that are displayed on the front end. So if we look at this particular product, we've got some custom output, same per straw rather than per product. We've got a number of straws added here, and then we've got some shipping information that's been added to a custom theme. What else could we look at? We've got our search box for this particular plugin that's outputting our relevancy search box. These are all strings, so they're not content we can translate in the back end. They are given to us from the theme or from plugins. And the issue I see is badly coded themes and plugins, unfortunately. If you're not outputting the content correctly using just a plain echo, for example, that won't make it translatable. So we'll have to go all the way through the themes, all the way through the plugins, searching for these strings where they're outputted and recode them. So they're sending a text domain out with them, allowing us to translate that particular string. So if we look at the French version here, you can see it's per straw is translated par dos. I think that says reload in French. My French is a bit weak. We've got some delivery information. We've got a chercher instead of search on the box. So that is an absolutely huge pain in the backside, searching through the plugins, searching through the themes to find these rogue strings that haven't been output correctly, fixing it and adding them to the string translation in the back end. So we've moved over to my development site. I'll show you the problem and what drives me so mad. So here is a string translation, is a badly output string. So what I've done is I've created a little custom translation short code that outputs the string badly. So if I go to my string translation tools in the back end of my WordPress site, and I search for that particular string, it's not available to translate because it's been output badly. So if we have a look at the code that outputs it, here's the problem. So I'm just returning stuff that there's no text domain associated with. Or if I just done echo, here is a string, something like that. What we need to do is associate a text domain with all the output that we return. Like that. Then what we need to do is scan that particular theme for any new strings. So under I use WPML here, there's some tools to do that. So select the active and scan for new strings. Now if I go back to my string translation tools, you can see there it's popped in at the top. Here's a string translation. So I can now add a French version of that. So if I quickly swap between the English and French version, you can see what the problem is. So here's the English version, French version. We were able to translate the content, but we still have that string translation waiting for us. So in the string translation tool, we just add our translation like that. And now if we refresh our page, and go to the French version, you can see the translation in place. Incredibly frustrating when we come across badly coded themes and plugins that aren't outputting text domains and making our strings translatable. If you need help building a multi-language or multi-currency WooCommerce store, get in touch.